Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So, next fishing trip planned is going to be tomorrow. And I thought, let's jump on a bandwagon. Let's get some of these Paella. One more cast. Boilies. 14mm stabilised. 10mm stabilised. 500ml of Paella gravy. And 14mm pop-ups match the hatch. Now, I saw a lot of people reviewing the wafters, but probably going to where I'm going to be fishing. Probably going to be using Ronnie rigs, stiff boom Ronnie rig, and then like a micro swivel. And I think I'll put these pop-ups on that. I think they'll sit pretty well. Yeah, super spongy. The smell, again, I'm sure everyone said this, but it's a really kind of crab mussel sort of stink. Really fishy, super fishy. The gravy itself, now the gravy actually smells tomatoey, like yeah, like a, what's that sauce? This smells really familiar. Not that I don't think I've eaten it, maybe in school, primary school. Do you know what it smells like? Oh, it smells like a cream of tomato soup. It smells like tomato soup. Trust me, get a can of tomato soup and have a, yeah, it smells like cream of tomato soup. This smells totally different than these. Well, than these anyway. This smells like tomato soup. This smells like crabby mussels. If that makes any sense. Anyway, so I'm going to stick for about half and half. I know it's a tear, but I always cut just because they never tear right, these things. Okay. So look, even the sealant bits, buddy, not even stuck right. Well, there you go, straight away. That's come off. Right, Ali, fix that, mate. We need to do better. That. Knock down the snow glue. Right, let's stick about half in there. Totally pointless trying to fill it up now. Luckily, I was going to say one of the wife's pegs, but that's broken as well. Right, I'll sort it up somehow. Let's see if these 14s fare any better. It's a real fine line. Yeah, maybe just tear it instead. Right, can we get the middle? Okay, better. Yeah, it is. It's fishy, real fishy. Look, the flies are coming around me now. Look. Whoa, real soft. super soft. If you've got crayfish where you are, these are probably not going to last. I'm going to be doing some overnights tomorrow to Friday, so you can see. Maybe I'll put one on hook bait. What's that? I'll be using these pop-ups anyway, but I'm going to put half in there as well, so that can soak up the gravy. Look at these flies. Flies are loving it. Go away. And then get off. Not sure how much to put in really. That's about just under half of the tomato soup. Whew, yeah. It smells like tomato soup. There we go. That'd be enough for one sesh, I reckon. I'll take them along with me anyway in case it picks up, but oh yeah, that is ripe. So I'll leave that sitting there overnight, and then we'll get down there, hopefully to the bank, sort of mid-afternoon, and a bit earlier, hopefully maybe just after lunch. Hoping to get swim number 1. Saves me walking. So I do want to fish the main lake. If it's all busy, then I'll have to move to the middle, which smaller fish, but there's probably more chance of catching there. But anyway, I'd like to try and. There's one fish on the main lake called Hammond's mirror carp, named after one of the chairman of the fishing club. If I can get a picture, I'll put the picture here. Absolutely beautiful, fully scaled mirror. That is going to be my target fish for that lake for this season. I'm going to try and get down the inn often as I can. I'm not going to shake them up too much because I think they might crumble. Yeah, so I'll leave that soaking and we'll pick up again tomorrow, guys, once we're at the lake. This is going to be home for the next 24 to 30 hours, guys. There's some bubbles going there. There's some big fizzing bubbles there. There's bubbles there. There's poor butterfly stranded. Oh, there's a carp on the top. Carp right at the top. Right there. Happy days, guys. Happy days. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for joining me again. So I got down to the inn on the lake, on the main lake itself. I mean, it's looking absolutely incredible. I've been seeing carp near the top over there. It's not very deep, so I've got to run over there. But yeah, I'm here Thursday afternoon, all through till probably Friday night, early evening, and I can see tons of activity. They should have all spawned out, which, fingers crossed, means they're hungry. I've got the Paella bait, which I've just put over to the right. I'll show you the rigs I'm using in a bit. Just made up these wicked little stiff boom running rigs. I'll show you in a bit. But some pop-ups on, I think they're like size 6. Sort of long curved shanked hooks. They're wicked. They're looking really good. They're super sharp. I'm seeing absolutely tons of feeding bubbles going on. And again, because all the reeds have been cut back, the fish have all been moving out. So that's absolutely incredible. Just going to set up base camp. I've just got to put some stakes in here, get my bivvy set up, get my table set up. Rods are out, bait's out. Fingers crossed. Get yourself some carp. minute. Keep an eye on these rods for me, guys. So a little knock on that one on the right, that's the Paella pop-up. Obviously could have been, I've got back leads on, so that should hopefully stop any liners. It's a start, but it's definitely fish. I saw a big fat carp just sitting there, and I reckon it was a good, excuse me, he's had a fly down the throat. Definitely upper singles, if not lower doubles. It's a lovely fish. Right, ladies and gents, this is the weapon today, the method of our fishing. So as I said, I'm just going to go with a running rig, simple running rig, attached to probably about 5 inches of stiff boom, crimped onto a little swivel, and then we've got a running rig, and then it then goes onto a micro swivel. We're going to be attaching our pop-up, and then I've gone for this little fake imitation shot on the hook. We'll give that a go, see what happens. So I'm just going to attach this now using a bit of bait floss, and then we're going to cast over to the right. Well, I've had one rod already, and I have been getting quite a few beeps. And without trying to jab yourself too many times, thread that through your micro swivel. Find it's easier, get as near as the top as you can, push it through. Put it right into that micro swivel. Lighter, scissors once again. Burn that floss down. A little stopper, there we go. What fish is going to be able to resist that? New Paella on a pop-up. Okay, so we are, this reel I've got in is right up to the rope. But this one, I'm going to put a little bit nearer those reeds, just kind of underarm. And I saw a carp down there earlier. Ow! Oh, that's flag on me. So there's no reason why it wouldn't. I couldn't just plonk it over here actually. Maybe I'm going to do that. Let's chuck this one in there. Take the bail arm off, and let's chuck this one in there. And let's chuck a few freebies on the top. I just underarm them, hopefully. I just went over there, didn't I? That bit there. Go. Bird spotted that straight away. We're like, yes please, thanks very much. Oh, paella, paella, paella. Right. Let's see how that does. Right, well, I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly, but this could be the highlight of the fishing trip. If that rod don't go. They're all dancing over there. I can see them all. But they don't want to come over this side. Start remembering to bring a plate or something. Oh. Come on, this is getting ridiculous now. Look at these fish. Get over here. Come on. Come over here. Eat some food. Come join your bird friends. But truth of the matter is, paella is not the silver bullet for catching carp. Again, this is a really hard lake to fish, but we've had a few beeps in that, but no fish have been drawn in to attack the bait that we've been putting out. So hopefully, again, we'll get something now. Evening's coming in. Hey guys, so it is now 8:10, coming up to the early evening, and just recast for the night. One there, and my second rod is going out that dead tree, sort of probably halfway along the rope, just there. And there's been tons of carp dancing around just off the rope. Is that a carp coming towards me? That's a fish. That was a fish then. You can see his fin. Yeah, let's see, splashing. There you go. See, I can't zoom anymore, which is a bit annoying. Otherwise, only ×2 zoom. But there's so much activity going on, so much crashing about. Just hope. So there he goes. That's a fish. There's got to be a fish going across there. Hopefully, he goes back that way towards my bait. But yeah, lots of activity. I spent about an hour raking out probably like this sort of much. All on there, all this lot's come out, which could be worth a go, maybe overnight. But so far, guys, we're just trying to get that first bite. But this lake is incredibly hard to fish. Even we've got a fella there, fella next to me, and that's probably counting as pressured. That's how this sort of lake does. It kind of goes in a bit of a shutdown. See that? They'll still got this fenced off area. Still safe. Just need to come out a bit. I might put a little bit of bait out now those bucks have disappeared, and then we'll see if we can lure them in. Right, guys. So it's 9:30. Probably time to get in the tent, watch some Netflix, and just listen out for that alarm. But with regards to recording and anything visual going on, not much, I'm afraid. So yeah, we've had about 8 hours of lake watching and carp dancing. Plus, obviously, you've seen me eat my Kentucky Fried Chicken. But that's about it, really. Action-packed so far. So yeah, if your heart can still take it and you want to carry on watching, then say I've got me POV. If anything happens in the next couple of hours while it's still light, an hour or so while it's light, or obviously in the evening, I'll come out and record it, obviously. Other than that, I guess we'll catch you back in the morning if you don't see me back here in total darkness. Good morning, guys. Well, after a terrible night's kip for the wrong reason, 0 bites, a few beeps on the alarm, but no bites, no takes, no nothing. Heavy rain, which kept me up. I mean, I was up 2 a.m, 3 a.m. It was just insane. I look and feel terrible at the minute. So I've admitted defeat. I've moved over to the middle lake. I didn't realise how busy it was. I took all my stuff right round to the end where I normally go, and there's 3 guys there, so I was like, shit. So I've come back to this one, which is 18. I know people that come here quite a lot and fish it really well. 5-6 fish. Underneath that willow tree is a good shot, and I've just gone over there on the margins. So again, I'm on the Paella. I'm on the Paella pop-ups with the little pink topper. Just chucked a little handful over the top. But sadly, on my lake here, again, Paella's not really doing the job. Now, the other thing that's kind of worrying me is that I didn't use too much goo, so only about 1/4 of a bottle, and they've gone really, really sort of sticky. So I'm going to put them in the sun and try and dry them off. But literally, they lump together like that. So if you catapult them out, they literally it fires in like one big ball, which I don't really want to happen. So I'm gonna let them sit in the sun and see them dry off something like this. If you're using these with the goo, you really need to have a little bucket of water with you as well, because your fingers get absolutely covered. So anyway guys, I've got all day and most of the evening to fish here. If any of those guys clear off today, maybe I will nip over there, but we'll see how we get on. Again, this place normally really good. I'm just going to fish for a bite at a time now. A little handful over the top, that pop-up sitting there, but there's action already. This is pretty good, so I'm going to be quiet, put the old tripod on, put the chest cam on ready for action, and do some breakfast and a coffee. So we'll report back soon. Right, it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to bring one rod in. Well, I'm going to bring both rods in. My right one I'm going to keep on the Paella, that way. The left one, I'm still going to cast to the right. I'm going to put on a different flavour, and we'll see if anything comes to take that one over the Paella. Determined to catch a fish before I go. Hopefully on Paella. And it's definitely going to go against us. The heat is ridiculous. It's so hot. And they've cleared out over there. Do I go around for the last 3 hours? Yes, is the answer. Yes, I do. Hey guys, we've moved over to the other side of the lake because these fellas have moved. Again, don't be afraid of moving around the lake if you have to. Don't just settle in one place thinking, because I'm here, I've baited up, I might stay here. Just, you've got to move. So I'm in the spot where I know I've caught fish before, I'm confident, so I'm going to be casting out there. Same sorts of setup again. I'm going to get a fish. guys, so I'm going to be packing up in a minute. I've got about 20 minutes fishing time left, maybe half an hour at a push. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just too hot. All the fish I've seen have pretty much been cruising on the top, so, you know, maybe it's one of those things. It just gets to this heat and they just love sitting up top basking, like we all do, you know. We all love it when it's hot. Yeah, a bit disappointed that I didn't get anything in the main lake, and even more disappointed that I didn't even get a nibble in the middle. So what am I thinking about? One more cast Paella baits. Personally, it's probably too early to pass judgment. I think it's the conditions have been against us from the off. It's been far too hot. I don't know. I mean, maybe someone else is going to say that's complete boulder dash, and you know, it's perfect conditions for fishing. But you know, I've tried 2 lakes on our little club water. I've moved to the middle one after, what do? 12, 16, 18 hours over on the main lake, which again is a really hard lake to fish. It's very, very hard. You've got to know exactly where to fish. You've got to know those clean spots, or make your own like I was doing. And even then, it's not guaranteed. So you know, I've come over here to the middle, and the guys that have been here have obviously cleared off. So I've come right to the main place where I'd normally go, which I'm actually kicking myself thinking I should have probably just came here in the first place. But you know, it's fine. There'll be other days to come out. I know in a week or 2 it's going to be a bit cooler, down in the sort of low 20s, which is better for me. I'm not a big fan of this the British summer heats. When I get into these 30s, they just do me in butts. Anyway, I've still got about 1 kilo of this mixed up stuff. I mean, I like them. I like the boilies. I think they smell great. I think they will be attractive to the fish in the right conditions. They're fishy, meaty. Yeah, they've got a real good meaty, stinky, fishy stink to them, you know. They're pretty soft. Whether or not that's good for the fish, so once they start eating them, they're going to break down quick and get through them quick. I mean, that could be the point of why they like that. Are they going to stay on a bait? Maybe with a hair and a good little stop on the top. I don't think they're going to stick on a screw for long. But anyway, I can't judge them and rule out and say, you know, they're rubbish, not going to work, because I think the conditions have been against us. It's just one of those bad things. What to say? I mean, I don't know. The jury's out, I guess. The jury's out on these Paellas. They're expensive. They're not expensive, but they're kind of the top end of the range of boilies. When you get out there into the shop, you go to your Angling Directs, etc. These are going to be up there in the costly range, the costly bit. They've got this fancy packaging, you know, all this stuff on the back. Yeah, if you want to read it, if you're interested in that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, I'm sure it will work. I'm sure there will be a fish out there at some point that looks down and goes, "What's that? I'll have a chomp," and yeah, starts eating through the baits and then gets hooked. Sadly, it just wasn't today. So again, I can't say they're the super baits that you need to go and buy because they're going to improve your fishing drastically. I can't say that. It certainly hasn't been the case for me the last 2 days. But will I say they're terrible, they don't work, don't buy them? No, because as I say, I just think the conditions have been wrong. I will go out again with these. What I'll probably do actually on my 2 rods, I'll have one when it's just the bait on its own without the gravy, and then I'll do the other one with the gravy, because I think the gravy was a bit much. I don't know, it seemed like such a different smell to what the boilies are. But I don't know, we'll try. We'll do one of each. We'll do straight out the pack, and then we'll do the ones that have been soaked in the gravy for a couple of weeks. If I can get back here, that'd be great. I could try and come back to the middle lake. But as we know, summer, in this summer sort of carp fishing, it's the cool mornings and the cool evenings when you tend to get the bites. I don't know guys, but you know, what did I just spend on this? These were 13, the smaller ones were 14, the gravy was about 8, the pop-ups were about 8, or the gravy was about 10. So you're looking at nearly 40 quid on your bait, and I haven't caught a fish. So there you go. I'll let you guys decide on that, but I'm not going to endorse them and say they're a wonder bait. They're fantastic. Go out and buy them, because you're going to constantly be putting fish on a bank, because so far for me that's not been the case. But I will get out there again on nice cooler conditions, and we'll try again, and we'll see if the carp have changed their tune and want to come back. I mean, again, it's so hot, maybe they're kind of back in the spawn mode and they're just off the food, because I would expect by now they'd be sort of trying to chomp and get fat again, fatten up, but not sure guys. I mean, I can see a little movement underneath that tree. That might be ducks actually. I don't know guys. Anyway, but if you've made it this far, thank you, because it's been a really boring video. I'm going to edit it as small as I can because there's really not much to see. But anyway, if you watched it for information purposes or to find out about the Paella baits, that's my point of view. I can't rule them out. I can't say don't buy them. I can't say do buy them. But I will come back with them on a day that's in better conditions. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna keep watching the weather reports. When it's a nice cool day, cloudy with a bit of rain, that's down in the low 20s, I'll come back out with these Paellas and we'll give them a go, and we'll see if the fish have changed their mind. But for now, I'm afraid jury's out, guys. Can't say much about these one more cast, but they are definitely not a wonder bait. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.